Take two today. This might be my final video for tonight, so I should have a little bit of a buffer set up. So we're still killing the exposure triangle. We've done shutter speed, we've done aperture, and now we're going to do ISO. Typically ISO is usually set in auto on your camera. Very common. You'll set some semi-manual like aperture priority or shutter priority, and ISO you leave an automatic. But you can take that to manual as well and set it where you want. So when you're shooting for a shutter speed you want, or you're shooting for an aperture you want, ISO gives you another channel, another tool, another knob to twist to be able to adjust the sensitivity of the sensor. So if you need to get more light into the camera so that you can get to the shutter speed you want, or to get to the aperture you want, you can increase the ISO to a higher number so that you can get more light in. Letting the more light in will allow you to get the shutter speed and the aperture you want. So I typically use ISO to get the aperture or the shutter speed that I want. I very seldom will adjust to get a specific ISO. Well, I take that back. If I'm doing portraits or taking pictures of people, so to speak, I'm going to try to get as low as ISO as I can, get the best color quality. And that's one of the benefits of the lower ISOs. But today's technology has gotten so darn good, that's the average user, you're not going to notice much of a difference. There's something called noise that you'll hear about. If you remember the old TVs, how you get really snowy and the picture not very clear, that's what noise is, but on a very, very minute detail. You can see noise more prominent in dark areas. So if you do a landscape or you've got a night picture and you increase the ISO up to 16,000 or 32,000, if you really zoom in, you'll start noticing a little bit of like a dusty particle overlay on it. That's the noise. But if you have to get a shutter speed of 1/500, don't be afraid to go to 16,000 on ISO or 32,000. Most cameras technology today is good enough that the noise really isn't as bad as it used to be. So give it a try. Take two today.